Hey guys, just popping in after work. Oh gosh, I got an itch. I'm sorry. Just popping in after work. Um, hope everybody's doing good. This is Laura, Black and White Heart Tarot and Adventure. So I wanted to get in now because I almost fell asleep because it's so hot here. I'm working really hard between work and this place. Had some positive things, happen today. They're going to actually work on my bathroom a little bit so my water bill isn't so expensive. So that's a positive. I don't know if anybody else is having some positives happen. But I mean, our cards have been good, that's for sure. So I did not take any time. I just threw on a random whatever because you know what I was thinking about today is, I do not care. I really do not care what anybody thinks about me. I mean, I want you to think about me positively, but as far as my looks go, yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. And I'm not trying to be mean to you guys or even project it at you guys. I'm talking about the whole world. I was thinking about how people just try to get with people and date people they literally are not that attracted to. And then try to change them around, body shame them, send them through living hell, trying to live up to some kind of weird ass standard that they have about what they want to date, when apparently they can't get that. I am so, and it's not happening to me right now, so this doesn't have anything to do with that. It's just a thought of how many different people I have dealt with in my life, from casual to till now. Well, I don't have to deal with it now, but up until now, that have tried to do that to me, and 90% of the time I have been more attractive. Now, I'm not patting myself on the back and saying that I'm like the hottest thing on the planet, and I'm more mature now, so I realize that I'm, getting a little bit older in age. Regardless, I don't care if I'm dating somebody 10 years older than me at this point. I'll be damned if anyone's going to try to tell me, change me, tell me how to do my hair, what to wear, what my body should look like or not, or anything else ever in my life again. It is absurd. And if you're dealing with that or / doing that to anyone else, you should be ashamed of yourself. You need to get a life and you need to take a look in the mirror, because most of the time it's you projecting your insecurities onto that person because you don't feel good about your own self, period. And you can't get what you're fantasizing about. So instead you just settle for anybody because you are a spineless jellyfish who can't take a look in the mirror and actually go after what they really think they want. So they just settle because they're codependent weirdos, and then want to do abuse tactics to make you feel ashamed for what they can't get. Just let me not keep going in a circle. You get what I'm trying to say, right? Let me tell you something. If you have to change people, if you have to change anything about them, you should not be entering into a relationship with them or dating them, because that means you do not like them. You like them for what they could be, or what they should be, or what they might be, what they will be. No. You need to like them right now for every single thing about them, or you need to hit the bricks. I mean, who do you think you are really, though? Okay. My friends on this channel, if anyone's ever done that to you or is doing that to you, tell them, I can't say it on here, okay? But tell them to hit the road. Right now, today, this second, this afternoon, this evening. And tell them to go ahead and go try to get what they're looking for. Because apparently they can't. But you can. I'm on here now trying to spread messages, and I'm getting phone calls and interruptions. I don't mind people messaging me and stuff like that. It's just odd that I'm trying to put out this message and I'm getting interrupted. Let's do some cards on this. Because that just hits a nerve for me. Because I realized how long ago I should have told all of these people to jump off the shortest bridge they could and tallest that they could find. Oh my gosh, I don't know. That's what trauma does to you. It doesn't allow. Here's the funny part too. You know what? All these people who would talk crap to me, I'm not bragging or anything, but I've worked at some popular destinations for beautiful women, okay? And also been judged completely physically and also in certain type of outfits and lingerie and whatnot to be able to work in these establishments, which are based on body and looks alone. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I must have been pretty good looking, and I still feel like I am pretty decent looking for my age level I'm at now. So the joke of it all is none of them could work in those places, but I did. And I had these losers judging me. And not only that, in reality, the people that ran these establishments also could never be attractive enough to put on the outfits that we had to put on. And they were sitting there judging us. Funny, right? Pretty sure I never needed to listen to any of their garbage. Pretty sure they were just insecure that maybe they were dating someone nice looking, needed to knock me down a little peg or two, just like you guys probably had to deal with. Pretty sure that's probably what was going on. Okay. I think I've made my point. I'm not saying looks are important at all. If you're lucky enough to be nice looking, thank God and your creator, okay? Because you were able to pop into a vessel temporarily on this earth platform that, looks good, but it's inside that counts. And everybody thinks that's a cliche, but it isn't. So I'm not making it for that point. I'm making the point of judgment again, and how all these people who, if you want to base it on looks, are either at your level or below, and definitely should not be ever body shaming or face shaming you. Let's see. I find it funny. Date people you appreciate right now. If you're doing a fixer-upper, you're in the wrong. Those people don't need you to fix them up. They're beautiful just the way they are. You're the one that needs fixing up if you're doing that. We have 6 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands, Death. As I always say on my channel, just my opinion. Just something that I was thinking about today. 6 of Cups. Something indicates something or someone from the past coming back. This can be an old friend making an entrance or the revival of an old love relationship. may also represent situations from the past resurfacing and being brought back to you. In this instance, it would be something that affected you emotionally. Maybe like what I'm talking about. You think? Hopefully it's good and not that. It's not strictly limited to your love life. Whatever it may be, this blast from the past will make an entrance now, and it could bring you happiness and satisfaction. Traditionally, this card also indicates nostalgia, being stuck in the past and not moving forward. But it would need to be badly aspected of Okay. Basically, it's nostalgia. It could be good or it could be bad. In my case, what I'm talking about today is nostalgia of, I don't want to say bad, nostalgia of low vibrational bullcrap. Okay. 7 of Wands. Let's keep on going and see. Nostalgia of something emotional. Put it in your situation, unless you have dealt with what I'm talking about right now. 7 of Wands. Your ideas or beliefs may be challenged sufficiently for you. Your ideas or beliefs may be challenged sufficiently for you to feel the need to defend your position. That's what I'm doing. While you may meet with opposition, the 7 of Wands indicates that you can win through in this situation and overcome any obstacles put before you. To do so, you need to remain calm, have confidence in yourself, and possess the courage to stand up for what you believe in. Yeah! I love these cards. They're funny. Thank you, my guides. Thank you. 2 of Wands. Let's see what else we need to know, because these are for all of us. I've decided to just start doing these for all of us as a whole group. Okay? 2 of Wands is the initial stages of moving forward have started, and you're getting a project off the ground. While the Ace is a wonderful card in theory, it cannot be, we're not talking about the Ace. It's always referring to the first, which is the Ace. As with all new ventures, you need to focus on your future plans and put in the required amount of effort to succeed. But the presence of this card shows that potentiality exists. The energy of the 2 may also indicate partnership, collaborations, negotiations, and others may be significant to your project. It's a positive card that shows you're moving in the direction of your goals. Nostalgia for your situation, good or bad. I already forgot what 7 of Wands is. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. 7 was, being challenged about your ideas. 2 of Wands is getting those ideas off the ground. And death is usually the endings. Not death, not real death. And which usually brings in beginnings. Okay. Gotta let some things go. Maybe the nostalgia. The ending of one phase of life to make way for a new one. A major change and transformation. I think that's all we need to know. Okay. It's pretty simple. We were talking about people coming in and trying to tear you down. Let's just say that. Physically, mentally, emotionally, okay? You might be having nostalgia about this, if you're anything like me. Stand your ground. Move forward. Start new ideas, projects, partnerships. Death to allowing these fools to treat you any certain kind of way because they're jealous or insecure themselves. That's why they want to try to make you think that you're not pretty enough or handsome enough, because then if you think that, you might not look somewhere else. You might just go into a shell so that they can control you because they're afraid that somebody else is going to see how good looking and nice you are, and how smart and how fun and how vivid and how creative you are. So let's put you into a little box and trap you and start breaking you down and tearing you apart so that you think you're nothing, because you're easier to control that way, and it makes them feel powerful. Death to that. All right. You get it? You get it? Do you get it, friends? You are too good for them. Once you figure that out, you won't let people do that to you anymore. Love to the moon and back yourself, as well as a partner that you choose, not because you want to have a fixer-upper, but because you actually like and value them for who they are right now. Every piece of them, every quirk, every so-called flaw that society thinks and these jerk-offs think, hopefully I'm allowed to say that, jerks, phases shine even when you're not whole. That's right, because you are whole, because you were created exactly how you're supposed to be, guys. Do you think this was an accident? Do you think this was an accident? Whatever vessel your soul was decided to go into or was put into by the whatever is out there was not an accident. It was for you to learn something. If you had to struggle, let's say with a weight problem, and learn that either A, to be comfortable in that form because that's how you were created, or to be disciplined and change it. Either which way, it's a lesson, right? The same thing with if you know, I'm not going to get into looks. You get what I'm trying to say. It wasn't an accident. There will be a lesson from it. There's a reason for it. Okay? My lesson was probably to what, was maybe to be fortunate enough to have a decent looking vessel so that I could be in those environments, so I could learn the lesson to value myself and how ridiculous the whole game is about looks and the physical, which I never thought, even when I was working in those places. I worked in those places just because I could, and I could make tips there. Does it make it okay? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But I don't regret the experience because it opened my eyes very wide to the game of life. Okay? So that's why that happened. And maybe also to finally realize the confidence that I should have when, back in the times, like even all the way up to the last person I was with, trying to shame my looks, and I'm like, okay, I didn't see you working in any of those places. But somehow you're going to critique me. Funny. But at the time, you're just, you're getting torn down, and you're like, oh my gosh, what is happening here? And you just you lose it's hilarious. Trying to put me in competition with these other women, and I'm like, there's nothing for me to compete for. I've apparently been in places that puts me in at least the same category as these other people you're trying to put me in competition with. Again, not that it matters. Not that it matters at all, but I mean, if my head was clear at the time, I would have seen how utterly ridiculous the statements these people were making were. Just think. Sometimes a good thing to think about, because I'm at 20, I'm getting out of here. A good thing to think about is how many times you let your emotion, like you crash out. That's what everybody says now. I don't usually use that often, but maybe if you're, some people might understand that phrase. When somebody starts attacking you, you're not thinking clearly. If you will just remain calm, let them say whatever nonsense that they're saying and don't react. Because when you react, you're not even thinking of how ridiculous the statements they're making are. A year later, you think back on the things that they were saying and you're like, what a moron. Like, none of that even makes sense. I remember one time this person was trying to put me in competition with their friend's girlfriend, probably was theirs. And like, first of all, if they were that great, why are they dating either one of you? Because you two are dipshits. I mean, so to even put me in competition, because I mean, I was being nuts for being with those weirdos. So I mean, what are you putting me in competition with? Somebody else who's doing the same thing, who has apparently not realized their value either. Amazing how these people do that to you. If anything, you just want to reach out to the other girl and be like, wake up. You're too good for any of these people. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, girl, whoever you are. You're too good for these people. Do you see what these guys are? Oh my gosh. Hindsight, right? Hindsight. Or males, whatever. Flip it and reverse it. As another reader says. It's true. Flip it and reverse it, right? If women are doing that to you. I always speak, from the, I'm a woman, so I usually use like male references, but turn it around, you get what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, okay, this was a funny rant, but pretty highly accurate. And so laughable, This is what spending time by yourself does. I've had time to myself to just think of all the stupid, low vibrational, toxic relationships and dating that I've been through in my life and laugh out loud. First of all, at the fact that I shouldn't have dated 95% of them, but I had to realize that was just a whole toxic time of life. Heal my traumas, realize my worth, realize where it all came from, realize while I was dealing with these emotionally stunted human beings, and laugh it off. So I can tell you guys about it, so maybe you can do the same thing. Please, okay? Wake up. Wake up. Choose wisely, okay? Know your value and value who you're interacting with. Okay, I'm out. I've pounded that point into the ground, okay? That's it. I'm gonna get out of here now. My tiredness really helped my rant. But yeah, I'm gonna do a quick workout video and work it all out. And then meditate with maybe some Egyptian music afterwards and just chill. So I can have some dinner and get a good night's rest. And breathe this out of my system, all right? Let's change the vibration on the way out the door, guys. All right, love you guys. Okay, see you later.